Good evening. My name's Andy Sandelin. I'm with Read the Bible Change Your Life. Today is October 15th, Tuesday, October 15th, 2019. Another long day in the books. It is 11:51 p.m. Just got home. Yesterday, Monday, I got home at 12:30 a.m. Really today. So a couple long days back to back, but sometimes when you run a business, you're gonna have to work a little extra here and there. So it's worth it. It's not in vain. But anyways, this is episode number 22. It's 23. Sorry, episode 23. So I'm so excited. I'm here to encourage you to read the Bible every day, and it'll change your life. I want to encourage you to do the 40-day mental cleanse. That's 40 days, no TV, no radio, no news. Just reading the Bible and let it change your life. So today we went through the last two chapters of Romans, 15 and 16, and got into Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 1 through 5. And I just want to go ahead and get in the Word today. 1 Corinthians 5:6. It says, let me see here. 5:6. Your boasting is not good. Don't you know a little yeast leavens a whole batch of dough? Get rid of the old yeast so that you may be a new unleavened batch, as you really are. For Christ, our Passover lamb, has been sacrificed. Therefore, let us keep the festival not with the old bread leavened with malice and wickedness, but with unleavened bread with sincerity and truth. Okay, so this kind of plays off to yesterday, where we read that you have an obligation as a Christian to live a certain way, and Paul's talking to the Corinthians, saying, don't let the little bit of yeast of sin work into your life and let it overtake you. I think that's what he's trying to say there. So anyways, I wrote some notes for today's episode. It's the little things that can become big things. You are a new creation when you accept Jesus into your life. Paul says it's like a new batch of bread rising, but don't let the yeast of evil ruin your new life in Christ. Be set apart from your old self. Yesterday, I talked about we are obligated to live out a holy life, and here in Corinthians, Paul is again warning us not to slide from our faith for just a little sin that can work its way into our lives and become a big thing. Basically, what starts out as a puddle can become a flood. We need to do self-examination on a daily basis. Basically, that's what we're doing right now. Reading the Word. How does this affect me for today? Look inward for the areas of small sin. Smash it out so it can never grow. We will always have sin, but we don't need to live in doing sin, knowingly sinning. We don't have to live in sin. How this applies for me, just laying it all out here for you guys. It all started with a little lie. For me, it was this kind of, for me, it applies to my life with the fact that at some point I I would never lie and always tell the truth. And then I kind of started to lie a little bit on a little bit of things. And then it turned out I was lying about a lot of things. And it's just, so anyways, it all started with a little lie. My ego said it was okay, because our egos are like, you're fine, you're fine. It's not that big a deal. So I kept on lying, and my small lies turned into big lies. I was lying about everything and not taking accountability for my actions. It's basically what it comes down to is when you're lying, your ego saying, that wasn't really me who did that. And then you can make up excuses. And if you're making excuses, you're not taking accountability, so you'll basically never change. Because when you accept the fact that you failed at something and you tell the truth, that stings, and you don't want to feel that sting ever again. So you'll pretty much do whatever you can not to let that happen. And then telling the truth will just better yourself. So through reading some books, these 2 books really helped me change my perspective on lying. Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willink and Leif Babin, and 12 Rules for Life by Jordan Peterson. Highly recommended. And for me, I read those and I decided to change. I started telling the truth always, even when it hurt. But guess what? I got better at a lot of things, and I was lacking because instead of making excuses, I held myself accountable. Because I knew if I were to fail, I had to tell the truth and say why I failed. And that is not cool. Because you gotta, it's all on you. You gotta tell people it's your fault. You can't say, oh, it was so-and-so's fault. Kind of a cool story was, I told everyone many times, I have a small business here. We do delivery and assembly work of household items on the west coast of Florida. And this one company, they obviously I did a bunch of work for them, and I did not send in the signed paperwork. They want us to have paperwork signed saying it was completed, send in the pictures of the completed work, and just to show that it was done. And I got busy, I got lazy, and I didn't send in some work to show that our team had completed other work. And so anyways, one of the owners of the company called me and said, hey, what's going on? We don't have any paperwork for you. What's going on with these jobs? And I said, listen, I'm sorry. I take full accountability. I got lazy and I did not do it. And the other line on the phone, I still remember this, it was silent. And I'm like, oh, I was kind of worried. He's like, you know what? I don't think anyone's ever told me that. He's like, every time someone doesn't send in paperwork and pictures and all that, they make up some lie that they sent it and the email must not have gone through. And here, he's like, all right, man, no worries. Don't worry about it. Just have it in by the end of the day. And he was kind of taken aback by the fact that I own the fact that I didn't send in the emails. And I own the fact that, I got lazy. I didn't do it. So instead of lying and saying, oh yeah, I sent it in, you must not got it. I own the fact that I got lazy. I own the fact that I didn't do what I was supposed to do. And at the end of the day, he was like giving me props, saying that that was cool that I actually told him the truth. And so, I just want to encourage people to don't let the little things sneak into your life because they can become big things. And for doing, for a while in my life, I was doing the law of little lies, and I let it become a bigger thing than it ever should have. And luckily, I shut it out, and that's not a problem for me anymore. So that's my encouragement today. Don't let the little things become the big things. If you notice you're always, every day, look inward. If you're doing something that's not right, stomp it out at that time. It will never be good. Just accept the fact that you sinned or you've done wrong and ask for forgiveness, and it'll be better in the long run. All right, guys. I'm home. It's 12:02. It's now Thursday, Wednesday morning. Long day. So I'm going to go take a shower and go to bed. Tomorrow we're going to just walk right through more Corinthians, 1 Corinthians 6 through 13 or 12, 6 through 12. I don't know. I'm sorry. Long day. But anyways, we're going to get through it. We're going to do another episode tomorrow. Until then, just remember, you have a creator. You have a purpose. You're here for a reason. Get into the Bible, and you'll find your purpose. I promise you. All right? See you guys tomorrow.